Okay everyone, so this is Ethan Word here from Word Tech Reviews, and we have a really great unboxing to bring you today. It is the Bitfenix 750G 80 plus gold, 750 watt power supply. And of course, I've unboxed this before to see how I was going to unbox it and where everything is. And I will say, this is one of the very few products that I have continually, I will open it up to show my friends what it's like, or show somebody what it's like to unbox this product, and every time I'm excited. It still has that new smell after about 7 times opening it. It's just fun to unbox it because it's such a nice product. So anyway, I'll go ahead and get on with an overview of the box really fast. Okay, so continuing with the overview of the box. So first off, we have the front here. It just shows a picture, kind of a really fancy picture of the power supply. With a little bit of a tilt to it. It's a really nice picture. I actually like that. And probably one of the first things you notice is the 80 plus gold rating, and right here the 5-year warranty. Only thing, literally the only thing I have to complain about this power supply is it's an expensive power supply. I don't mention pricing because pricing is always changing, but I would have liked to see a 7 or 8 year warranty on this instead of a 5. It is an 80 plus gold. It is premium. But it's still, I wouldn't even dare call it an overpriced power supply, and you'll see why when we get into that later. The other thing about the front right here is the super high-end braided cables. It accents that, but we'll do more on that later as well. So the side here is just a little bit of information, just talking about how it's a 750 watt power supply and that it's 80 plus gold. That's about it. The other side, just shipping information. So okay, so for the back you have the 80 plus gold efficiency rating. You probably all know what that means. You have active power factor correction, which is just designed to provide clean power. You also have nano sleeved braided cables. Again, more on that one later, but they keep accenting it on the box for a reason. You also have Intel Haswell C6 and C7 power state ready, so you're going to get really good power efficiency out of this. Over here we have the semi-modular design. I would almost call it a fully modular. It's not technically, because it does have the 24-pin connected, but the 24-pin is literally the only cable connected to it that's making it a semi-modular power supply. So don't let that knock you down for the price either. Of course you're going to use your 24-pin. So we have Japanese capacitors, 135mm ultra silent fan. We'll find out how silent that is later, probably in another video at some point. Aggressive Bitfenix design, very true. It's a single rail power output, and then over here it says BitShield 6-point protection. And that's saying that it ensures safe and reliable operation and protects your system's components from overvoltage, undervoltage, overcurrent, short circuit, over temperature, and over power. So that's awesome, and that is it for the back. I'll go ahead and tilt this forward, and here we just have some of the language stuff and a picture of the power supply. And then the bottom, well, the bottom shows what kind of connectors it includes. So here we have your 24-pin, the only one that's not modular. You have your 6+2 pin for your graphics cards, your 4+4 pin for your CPU, your SATA and Molex connectors, and they include a floppy connector. Kind of a surprise on a power supply like this. A lot of things don't use floppy. Most of the time people aren't going to be using any kind of floppy power connector. So with such a nice power supply, I would have rather seen that as another SATA or something. But I suppose it's nice to have it there. So that's all about, whose opinion. So anyway, we'll go ahead and zoom back out for you and continue with the opening of this. Alright, so continuing with our unboxing after we gave you that overview. So I'm going to go and open it up here. First thing you notice, lots and lots of open cell foam. Lots of it. Very nice foam. It's going to protect everything. It's all around the border here. They even have a piece on top of the power supply. Very nice. Very good stuff. Can't stand to not see that on the product. You've got your little manual here. It's your quick installation guide, but I'm not really going to go through every page of that. Just boom. So before I get onto the power supply itself, I'm going to pull this off. It's a cover that covers all your extra cables. Nice kind of feel to the cardboard. I mean, it's just cardboard, but it looks good, and it's going to keep your cables down there so they don't get damaged or anything. So first off, I'll go ahead and pull out the accessory cables. So got the little connector that holds them together, and you've got all your VGA cables, I believe, and CPU, looks like. Yes, okay, so as you can see, these are custom, or well, not custom technically, I guess, but these are super high-end sleeved cables. Individually sleeved cables. Nicer than pretty much anything on the market besides full, like, custom do-it-yourself cables. Extremely high quality. Really impressed with these. They look good, they feel good, they smell good even. They're very, very, very nice. And so I'm really impressed with these here. It's just, wow. It is nice to see a cable like this. And this is why you buy this power supply and why you pay the premium for this power supply, is how well done this is. I have no complaints here. One little thing isn't really a complaint. I wish there wasn't heat shrink on this, but that's only on some of the spots, and there's reasons for them to do that. So that's totally fine. You're not even really going to notice. Absolutely beautiful. Like, I mean, here, as you can see, no heat shrink. So, so beautiful. So you've got your CPU connector, which has your 8-pin along with 2 4-pins. So that's good. You've got a VGA cable that goes, it's a 6+2 VGA cable, and another one of those, and another one of those, and another one of those. So you're going to go ahead and be able to do any, like, I mean, you can do dual GPU with this, unless they're really low-end GPUs. I suppose you could do triple or 4, but that wouldn't really be worth it. But dual GPUs, really, really cool. And as a 750 watt power supply, it's going to power pretty much any dual GPU setup. So very, very nice. So let me get this off here really fast. And well, okay, so continuing with this. Sorry about the jump there. I couldn't get that off for some reason. So we've got a it's a floppy to Molex connector. That's a good sign. That tells me there's actually not a floppy cable on here. They just give you an adapter in case you need it for some reason, which is nice to include, but they don't use up any of your spots for a floppy connector. So I was wrong when I read the box there. That's actually, wow, that's nice. And this isn't the same kind of rating that this is, but it's just a little adapter that they threw in, and it's still black. It's all blacked out. So that's like one of the nicest Molex to floppy connectors you can get. I mean, you can't get it much nicer than that. So you've got that. Here we've got a here's a cable that goes to a four SATA power connectors. Right there, there's one of those. And then another cable that goes to a double SATA connector. So that's nice to include. I like the 4s if you're doing a lot of hard drives, but if you're not doing a lot of hard drives, it is really nice just to have one that has like 1 or 2 so that you can just plug in the few things you need without extra cables. So I like to see them include that. And here we have another double SATA. Awesome. And then here, oh, here we go. Okay, so now we have a triple Molex power connector. That's something I actually am really happy they did. They separated them completely. There is only, yes, one. So here we have all Molex, here we have all SATA. There's not a bunch of them that'll have, like, you know, 2 SATA, 2 Molex or something like that. That gets really annoying because that's only for a specific purpose, and Molex is pretty much out of here. So it's nice to have them do that they don't include a bunch of them, because then you'll end up having, you know, if you need 3 SATAs but you have a cable that only has 2 SATAs and 2 Molex, then you're going to need to use another cable, add some cables to your build. No one wants that. They did include one, but that's okay, because if you need just a single hard drive and then like a fan controller, one cable right here has 1 Molex, 1 SATA. Just one of those, again, one of those, and you probably won't even use this cable. But it's nice for them to include just that in case you have the option anyway. You have all the options, and these are all super nice cables. I honestly couldn't be more impressed with those cables. Then we have your standard power connector. Let's see how long this is. It's probably just a standard, you know, 6 foot or something like that. So, Yeah, okay. Yeah, so standard, 6-foot, 3-prong connector. So that's just, standard there, but I mean it feels nice. It's not, I don't know, it's kind of, you can't really tell on camera, but something about it seems nicer than a lot I've seen. Like it seems cleaner. It seems cleaner cut, I guess I would say. The inside and everything seems cleaner cut, and you can see the copper connections inside and stuff. I don't know, just something about that seems nicer. So almost to the power supply, everyone. We have 5. They give you an extra mounting screws for your ATX power supply. I really wish they were black. Me, along with others, agrees with that if you're going to buy a black power supply, it's going to be black on the back of your case. You might as well have black screws. That would have been nice in a premium power supply. Very, very tiny complaint though, and it doesn't really matter that much. But it's nice to include an extra one in case, oops, you drop one and it goes missing, you never find it again, because we've all done that. Okay, on to the glorious power supply. And again, really impressed with the packaging there. All of that super nice foam. Okay, so we're here with the power supply. And we have the, I'm not even going to take that one apart actually, but here's your 24-pin ATX power connector, and that is the only non-modular connector. So take note of that. This is essentially a completely modular power supply, because I don't really see you building a system without using that. So, and again, it's built out of the really high quality sleeving. Very, very, very nice. And the power supply itself. This is hands down one of the nicest power supplies I've ever seen in my life. And I mean pictures and in person, both. This is absolutely beautiful. It is so perfectly built. It feels solid and heavy duty. It's got this little silver kind of razor blade disc around it, is what it looks like. And then you've got the Bitfenix logo in the center. Perfect looking, absolutely gorgeous, soft to the touch. And then another Bitfenix logo right here on the fan, which we will, when we do our full written review of this, we'll tell you guys how quiet that is. We don't have a decibel meter, but I'd rather mention how quiet it sounds rather than people trying to figure out, oh, how many decibels is that. I'll just say, I can't hear it over my whatever. So, very, very nice though, and it feels built so, so, so well. I'm really impressed with it. They've got all your rating information on the side there, and everything is just really nice. I love it. I love it. And it says the Fury 750G on the side. Almost completely black, and then you've got that little yellow accent and the red logo. I like that a lot too. Very impressive. Very, very impressive. So if anybody out there that doesn't need a seriously high wattage power supply, and remember, a lot of times you're using less watts than you think you are. A lot of systems only use around 500 under max load, and I mean even like dual GPU systems and stuff. This will get you through pretty much anything out there, even a high-end liquid-cooled system. It will look beautiful. The sleeve cables will look absolutely gorgeous. They're so, so well built. I am so impressed with those. You can't see through them at all. They're perfect sleeving. So, I mean, the only thing they could have done better with the sleeving is if they were to make them, if it was an extension, they can tighten the wires on the top if it's a dual layer wire, so that it actually kind of has this natural curve to it, so that when you bend it, it doesn't kind of fan out like that. But when you're putting your system together, there are a lot of ways to keep them from fanning out anyway. So, and that's where you start getting into the really high-end custom sleeving. This is the closest you're going to get. It's beautiful. It comes with your power supply. No need for extensions. No extra costs. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I have no complaints about this. This is an amazing power supply. So unless you need more than 750 watts, if you're looking for something that looks good and works good and is just of the utmost quality, this is the power supply to go with. This is definitely it. If you can afford it. And so those are my final words there. These are amazing. They're absolutely amazing. And they, again, just to let you know, I don't know if I said it earlier, this is the 750 watt version. They also have a 650 and a 550. So they have anything that you could need. And power supply ranges, they don't go up really high. So like I said, 750 is the max right now. I'm sure when they start selling more, they'll probably make 1,000, and maybe we'll even see something like a 1,300 or 1,500. But I want a power supply like this. This is just gorgeous. So, Anyway, that is my conclusion for the Bitfenix Fury 750G 80 plus gold power supply. And again, only complaint, 5-year warranty instead of 7. You'll probably upgrade it by 5 years anyway. I just like to see that. Everything else is perfect. Everything. So, this is Ethan Ward from Ward Tech Reviews, and thank you for watching our videos. I hope you enjoyed them, and hopefully this one's better quality than the last one we did. We kind of had a really bad setup last time. But anyway, thank you for watching, and go ahead and check out the website. So there'll be a link to that in the description, and we're going to start bringing you guys more videos, more content, and it's going to be great. So thank you, and be sure to check out our build log of the Bitfenix Neos. That's a new case that we got, and we're going to be doing a build in that over the next week or so. So anyway, have a great day.